Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to continue our talking about factoring quadratic equations. So, factoring quadratic equations involves factoring the constant term. So here's my constant term. I want to factor that. I want to factor the leading coefficient, which in this case is 1 out here in front. And I need to be able to use those two things to manufacture the inside figure, okay, or the inside number coefficient. So here we go. Here's what I always like to do is I put down my brackets like this. Basically, I have 4 things that I have to fill in, and I have 2 signs that I have to fill in. Okay, so this is an easy one because I only have one choice with x squared, and that's to put an x here and an x here. There's nothing else I can do. Also, with 2, the only factors of 2 are 2 and 1. It doesn't matter if I put them here or here. I could switch them. It wouldn't make any difference. And I just need to be able to make 3 out of 1 and 2. Well, that's going to be plus 1 and plus 2 makes 3. And so I factored this, and I am done. I was able to factor my trinomial. So this is like reverse FOIL. Okay, here's another one. Okay, this one is not difficult at all. It's slightly harder than the first one because I have a couple of choices here for factors. So my factors of x squared are just x and x. Again, easy. That's all I can do. My factors of 6 are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. Now this is one you got to be really careful of, because I can make 5 from both of those. And every once in a while you come across one of these. So, here's the thing. If I use 1 and 6, okay, I need to make negative 5. So I need a negative 6 and a positive 1 to make negative 5. But, here's why you always want to check the sign of this one. If I FOIL this, I make my last by going positive 1 times negative 6. That would make a negative 6 right here, not a positive 6. So this would be an incorrect answer. So I need to get rid of this. And I want to not consider this. I want 2 and 3. Okay, I need to make negative 5 from 2 and 3. That'd be negative 3 and negative 2. And now I check my sign of negative times a negative is a positive. That's my winner right there. Okay, so you got to watch out for those. Always check the sign. This doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen every once in a while, and you got to be careful. Okay, next up, x squared minus 2x minus 8. Okay, again, I'm putting down my parentheses. Again, x squared, my only choices are x and x. Okay, my factors of 8. 1 and 8, 2 and 4. Those are my only 2 choices. 1 and 8, I can make 9, or I can make 7. So this is not going to be it because I can't make 2 out of that. So it's got to be 2 and 4. And I want negative 2, so I want negative 4 plus 2. And I check my sign, negative times a positive is a negative. And so I'm done with that one. Not sure how that got there, but we'll make that go away. Okay, so now, what happens when you got a leading coefficient other than 1? Well, that can mess with you a little bit. It just makes it more complicated because now, when I do this, I have choices, okay? I have choices up here that I didn't have before. Before, everything was, it has to be x and x because we just had 1x squared up here, okay? And now I've got a 6x squared. So I have a choice between using 6x and x, or I could use 3x. Whoops, 3, not 32. 3x and 2x. Over here now, this is nice because I only have one choice. It's 5 and 1. Okay, so I need to make 7. I usually like to start with the middle term, or the 2 terms that are closest together. I don't usually start with these. I start with these. So I got a 3x and a 2x. Okay, so will this make a 7? So I get 15 and 2. Well, that's going to make 13 or 17. So now before I just throw this out, I'm I'm going to try switching these two to here and here. Okay, so that makes 10 and that makes 3. Ah, there's my winner. Okay, so I can make 7 out of that. I can go plus 10, so 5 times 2 is 10, minus 3. And check my signs here. That's going to be negative 5. And so that's my winner. Now, if this had not worked, I would have tried both of the combinations with these two. I would have had to cross those two out and try 6x and x. And then I would have tried 1 and 5, and if that didn't work, 5 and 1. And if none of them work, and that happens sometimes, I would go back and check my work first. But sometimes you don't have one that it factors, and so it doesn't have a factorable solution. That's when you have to use the quadratic formula. Okay, here's one. Let's give you a moment to try this one and see how you do, and then jump back on here. So pause your video and then go give this one a try. Okay, so factors of 2x squared would be 2x and x. Factors of 6 would be 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. Okay, like I said, I usually start with these middle ones here. So let's try a 2 and a 3, and I need to make 3 in the middle. Well, this is 6, 6x, that's 2x. Well, I can make 4x, and I can make 8x. So that's not going to be it, so I'm going to switch them. Put the 2 here and the 3 here. Okay, so that makes 4 and 3. I can't make 3 out of 4 and 3. So that tells me that 2x and x are the problem. So, oh, wait, nope, that doesn't tell me that. 2x and x, that's my only choice there. It tells me 3 and 2 are the problem. I need to get rid of those. So this one didn't work. So I'm going to try 1 and 6, 1 and 6. Okay, so 12 and 1. I can't make 3 out of 12 and 1. So I need to switch these two. 6 and 1, so that gives me 6 and 2. I can't make 3 out of any of these. This is non-factorable. Okay, so it's no factorable, non-factorable. So here's what I'm going to do is if I need the answer, I got to go ahead and use the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a is going to be 4. Those are going to cancel. It's going to be 24. 48 plus 9 is going to be 57. And that's why it's not factorable. Because it only factors when this is a perfect square right here. 57 is not a perfect square, so I'm going to get an ugly answer. It's not going to factor. So there you go. That would be my answer, but if I was to factor this, I would just write non-factorable. If I need the answer, there's your answer. Okay, so you get to try these. This will take you a few minutes. So pause the video, give these a try, and then turn this back on and see how you did. Okay, so let's try this first one. So factors of x squared or x and x. I've got factors of 6, 1 and 6, 2 and 3. I need to make negative 5. I'm going to go with 2 and 3 here, and I'm going to make them both negative. And then I check negative times negative is a positive 6. Hey, there it is. I got it on the first try. Okay, so that's fun. Hopefully you got that right away. This one is not too bad either. X and x. My factors of 22 are 1 and 22 and 2 and 11. And I need to make 13. That's pretty obvious. That's going to be 2 and 11. Both those are going to be plus. And I'm done with that one. All right, now this one is a little tougher down here. Okay, so I've got 6x and x, and I've got 2x and 3x. And over here I've got 1 and 4, and I've got 2 and 2. And I need to make 10, negative 10 in the middle and positive 4 on the end. So let's start with 3x and 2x. And let's start with 2 and 2. Okay, can I make 10 from that? So I get 6 and I get 4. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can make them both negative. So that gives me negative 4 and negative 6. And that gives me a positive. Wow, that one worked out pretty simply right there. Okay, over here, my choices are x and 7x, and one of those is going to have to be negative. And that's it. Okay. And then over here I got 1 and 5. So this shouldn't be too bad. Let's try negative 7. Oh, wait, I got to make positive 34 in the middle. So let's make the 7 positive because it's going to be one of them is going to be negative, and I need it to be a big number. So we'll make this negative x. So that gives me my negative 7x squared right here. I'm going to put the 5 here because 5 plus 7, or 5 times 7 is 35, and then this will be a 1, and that'll make negative 1, and that makes 34. So, whoops, that's going to be a plus, and that's going to be a plus. So this makes negative 7x, this makes 35, this makes negative 1x, which makes 34 in the middle, and then I get positive 5 on the outside. And there you go. So hopefully you got all those. Got a little worksheet for you. Got a few problems on there. Have fun factoring those. I will see you guys next time.